Today we have with us Dilip Saraf, who is an amazing personality. He has lived in the Bay Area for several decades. And during this process, he has evolved with 5 careers, and he is now ready to go for his 6th career. So we'll hear a lot about that from Dilip. But what's really significant, among so many other things that he did, is that he had a near-death escape. Okay, and the things that happened, he believes is truly divine. How that happened is something that Dilip is going to tell you. And as he turns 80, he's still vigilant, he's still alert, and he coaches more than 1,000 people worldwide. Can you believe? Well, if you don't, then you have to hear Dilip Saraf. Over to you, Dilip.
The episode that I went to is not real death, near death episode. It's actually death episode. Near death is when you're on the threshold of death and you come back from it. And there are a lot of people who have said about seeing divine light and they touch the face of God and all that kind of stuff. None of that happened to me because I was actually dead. And I was dead for over 10 minutes. And the entry document in the Washington hospital said that the patient was clinically dead for more than 10 minutes. That's the way I entered the hospital ER room back 10 years ago, 2012, September. And through the miracle of many people who tried to help me come back from death is where I am today. So since then, almost four months after that episode, I have completely resumed my coaching practice, and currently I have a little over 1,000 people that I'm coaching all over. Around 6 o'clock, it was a Friday, and my wife said, Dilip, what do you want for dinner? And I just told her I would like this, and she went to the garage, came back, and when she came back, she heard this groaning sound that really startled her. And when she saw that, what had happened to me, I had actually collapsed in the couch. And she shouted for my son's name. He was fortunately home that day. He's usually not home at that time of the day. And he happened to be home. So she said, call 911, let's get some help. And she couldn't compress my chest because she just has come through cancer surgery. So she didn't have the strength. So she got on the phone, and the 911 operator was giving her instructions on exactly what to do. And she was relaying those to my son, who was compressing my chest with as much force as he could put. But incidentally, which miraculously, I would say, on a Friday, 6 o'clock, the first fire engine, paramedic engine, arrived in about 3 minutes, which is a miracle in itself, because the nearest engine company is about 3 miles away from my home. And so Friday night, coming that quickly was a miracle. And they tried to revive me and they couldn't. And they tried for about 5 minutes and they threw their hands up. And by that time, the ambulance came with the technicians with defibrillators and all the medical supplies and so forth. And they started doing actual defibrillation and injecting in my heart adrenaline and so forth. And they tried for about another maybe 6-7 minutes with multiple shots of adrenaline and increasing the energy on the defibrillator. And finally, they threw their hands up and said, no, this guy is dead. It's been too long, and we have to haul the body to the morgue.
It was nice to hear from you that it was actual death and not near death. So that makes the story even more, inspiring and something that people can really learn. And I know, Dilip, that you are going to be an amazing mentor, health hero mentor for CWC.